And welcome to the 8th episode of MMI. I am your host, Randall, folks. And on today's episode, it's going to be a wild one. We are going to obviously break down what happened at UFC 229, including the post-fight brawl between Khabib Nurmagomedov and members of Conor McGregor's team. It was just a wild situation, something I have not seen in the UFC ever. On this episode, we actually have two guests who are going to be appearing. First, we're going to have Smilin, Sam Alvey, and that's going to be here shortly. It'll probably be the first thing we talk about and do today. And then at the end of the show, we are going to have a very special guest, Dave Manley, who is the creator of MMA Bobbleheads. As you may know, they have Dan Henderson bobblehead. They have a Chuck Liddell bobblehead. They have a Bruce Buffer bobblehead, and they're going to be releasing their Brian Ortega bobblehead here shortly. A very interesting gentleman and someone that you guys should definitely know about. Also, at the end of the episode, not at the end, but towards the end, I would like to go over UFC Moncton. The main event for that one is Volkan No Time Ozdemir versus Anthony Lionheart Smith. Obviously, Anthony Smith has been on a tear since he's joined the UFC light heavyweight division, and I honestly think that he's just going to continue that. If he can continue that against someone of the likes of Volkan Ozdemir, though, I really think that you're going to have to talk about Anthony Smith being in title contention within his next fight or two. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into the show. Smilin Sam Alvey is going to be jumping on the line here shortly. He is a very busy man, so I thank him for giving us the opportunity to interview him this morning. So without further ado, UFC fighter Smilin Sam Alvey. Sam?
Hold on. Yo. Hey, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Excellent. How you doing today?
Feeling wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So how have you been? What have you been doing? And what's new with Smilin Sam Alvey?
Well, hey, I've just been getting ready for the next one, whenever that is. I'm back in the gym, looking at getting a new truck right now, and just kind of going with the flow. The fight game threw me a curveball with this last fight, and I just got to rebound stronger and better.
Right, yeah. Let me, obviously it's a major topic right now. Let me get your opinion on what happened after Conor Khabib this last Saturday.
Okay. Open statement, or do you have something specific?
Completely open, whatever you think. I want to get your full-blown, how you feel about the whole situation.
All right. Well, as I was watching it at home, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I had so much fun watching Khabib fly out of there, and then Conor jump on the cage and sucker punch some guy, and then some other guy jump in and punch Conor back. I had so much fun. I'm a huge WWE fan, and I grew up. I mean, I'm a fan. The Rock is the greatest wrestler to have ever been. Stone Cold's pretty good too, but that whole thing was just. I loved it. I was waiting for a chair to get thrown in the ring. I wanted to see Herb Dean rock bottom someone. I mean, it was just, it was the perfect night to an already great card.
Right. All you needed was the lights to go out and a gong to hit and the Undertaker to come out next.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Oh, I would have lost it. I mean, it would have been the last moment of my life, and it would have been well spent.
Totally. So, how do you feel about Brock coming back and skipping the line then? Sorry to jump points.
Brock, I mean, he's going to lose to anyone that comes in. He's on top of him being a freak athlete and all that, and he is. He's all right. He's not. I mean, he's 40-something right now.
Yes.
He's far past whatever prime he had, and I mean, he's not been trained. Just took 2 years off to do his WWE stuff, and he's not going to be able to come back and compete with anybody, let alone the champion.
Yeah, and DC right now, he just actually got scheduled to fight Lewis. That was kind of a quick little thrown together fight. And then they threw what was supposed to be the main event of Shevchenko versus Ebanks. They canceled that completely, and now they moved Joanna and Shevchenko back together. That was kind of really thrown together, kind of oddball.
Yeah, I've only half been following it. I'm still amped up from this Khabib jumping off the top rope thing.
Right.
So I heard DC has that fight, and power to him, I guess. I mean, he said he didn't want it in the post-fight interview, and he got it anyway. So, congrats, I guess. And I'll watch. I like both of them. I think DC's going to win pretty easy, but then the girls falling off and falling on and all that. To be fair, I don't know much about who's fighting who or when it comes to the title holders there.
So back over to the Khabib situation. How do you think the UFC should handle it? Me personally, I don't think they shouldn't even be talking about stripping his title, for one. And I don't think they could give him anything more than like 9 months. That would be the max of suspension. Maybe 250,000. That's it. I think that would be the steepest.
Yeah, and I think whatever they did to Conor, they should do to him, which is like nothing.
Slap on the wrist.
Yeah, Khabib is probably, whether he jumps off the top rope or not, would have taken 6 months off. So I could stand if you want to throw a 6-month suspension on him, because that's what he would have taken off anyways. So yeah, I think very little should be done. It is what it is. He finished it in the cage, and then he finished it right out of the cage too. Hey, I'm pretty sure it's over. Punish him. I guess you have to punish him just so other people don't do it. And if you start doing it too much, there's a chance somebody will actually get hurt. But I don't want a big punishment. If they're not going to punish Conor, they shouldn't punish.
Yeah, Khabib. I think you're right. They kind of just need to punish him for show almost, just to make the guys in the back be like, okay, well, shit actually does happen.
Yeah, I mean, 6 months off for me would be life altering. That would be, oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
6 months off for the champion Khabib, who is used to a slower fight schedule, that's what he was going to take off anyways.
And the amount of money him and McGregor are going to make off this pay-per-view draw is ridiculous. Are you there? I think we lost Sam Alvey. Are you there, Sam?
I'm here. I was talking the whole time. Did you not hear it, sir?
I did not hear anything. Sorry.
Oh, I gave you gold, too.
That's usually how it works out.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, it should be very little punishment. Don't even talk about stripping the belt. And as soon as you can, announce that Tony Ferguson is going to get the title shot.
Yes.
So, yep, this is what's going to happen. And as soon as the suspension's up, he gets unsuspended on a Tuesday. That Friday, we're going to have the fight.
Yeah, I think that's the best route to do it. And I think for sure Tony Ferguson has earned himself that number one contender spot. I don't think there's a way that you could give anybody else a title spot, even if GSP wanted to fight him.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ferguson loses the title, the title shot, but I think he has absolutely earned the shot.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of guys right now that even can compete with Khabib with the pressure and the ground game that he has. It's just ridiculous. It's on a completely different level.
Yeah, it is. After just watching it, I mean, strikers don't stand a chance, and there's not another wrestler in the division that can hold a candle to him. Ben Askren is one of the more boring fighters in the world, but I would love to see the fight between Askren and him.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because honestly, it would probably be just a bad stand-up fight.
Yes.
And I really do like bad stand-up fights.
The groundwork would be amazing.
If it ever got there, I don't know if it would get there.
You think it would just be a stalemate? They would just stand at each other the whole time?
Yeah, I think they'd swing from their hips. Happen.
Sorry, we lost you there for a second again.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I was saying I think they'll be swinging from the hips for 5 rounds, and I don't think either of them could get the other one down.
Now, with Ben Askren's contract over there in one, I think he's locked up for his career, but if there was a way for them to break that, do you think that would be an interesting fight for the UFC to put on?
Yeah, not for the title. You couldn't give Askren a title shot right off the bat. He hasn't done anything to earn that. I mean, respectfully, he's one of the best ever, but you you shouldn't be able to jump from a smaller organization straight to a title fight like that. So there are some matchups I'd like to see Askren, and just to see if Askren's really what he says he is.
Yeah, totally. And if we're actually talking fantasy matchups for Khabib right now, I'm thinking about what about like someone like a Brian Ortega who's really good off his back?
I don't think he would be half good enough off his back. Honestly, I don't think anyone off their back will be able to touch Khabib. I mean, Khabib's a top-heavy guy, but my guess is that he is just as good at jiu-jitsu as everyone else. Yeah. He would just rather hit you.
He has fun just sitting there toying with you.
Yeah, and talking to you while he's doing it.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. I mean, everyone really, they seen what Khabib was capable of, and he showed himself as a pound-for-pound contender.
He absolutely did. At this point, I'm still giving the pound-for-pound to Mighty Mouse, even though he lost his last one. I still think he's the best pound-for-pound in the world. But Khabib is way up there on the list.
Where do you put DC at then, the double champ?
DC is probably the only one I'd put ahead of Khabib outside of Mighty Mouse. I'd go Mighty Mouse, DC, and then Khabib.
Yeah, I was at 226 with my wife, and that was just an amazing atmosphere to be at.
Yeah, I was at that one too. I was sitting next to Curtis Blades during that fight.
How did he feel when Brock came in the ring?
He was. I was actually goading him. I said, "Jump the cage, get in there, jump, get in there, go."
Bring a chair with you.
Oh yeah, and if I were him, I would have gotten in that cage. I would have made a ruckus. I would have made a WWE spectacle of myself, totally. And it would not have punished me for it because it would have been good. But he made he jumped down from the bleachers, but he didn't make it to the cage.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I actually have an open bet right now with Mr. Curtis Blaze. He is a big Chicago Bears fan, and I'm a Vikings fan. So I told him,
that, sir.
Who are you a fan of, Mr. Sam Alvey?
Oh, the Green Bay Packers, America's team.
Oh, man. Well, this conversation was going very well. So me and Blades have a bet. If my Vikings beat his Bears in our first matchup, he's going to come on the show. But if my Vikings lose, I got to donate $50 to any charity of his choosing.
It's not looking good for you.
Oh, come on.
It's really
You're
not
killing me.
Oh,
hey, if you guys beat them and we tied with you guys, so far it's not that bad.
What happened the next week? Didn't the Bills beat you like...
Ooh, you're pulling at my heartstrings right now. You're taking them out one by one. Hey, we took care of business last week against Philly, in Philly.
Yeah, that's something. You still lost the Bills.
You still, yeah. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to live that one down. So, what do you want next? If you could make a choice on who you wanted to fight in the light heavyweight division, or, I don't know, maybe you want to go back to middleweight, but who would you want?
Give me Brock Lesnar. I'll take a middleweight, heavyweight, wherever. Give me Brock Lesnar.
In a steel cage or outside of a steel cage?
Steel cage, ladders, table, and chairs match.
There you go. We could do a Hell in the Cell.
Yeah. Oh, he wouldn't sign up to be locked in a cage with me.
No? How would you end it?
I've got my own finisher. Y'all see it someday.
Ooh.
But, yeah, it's been.
Are we talking about a possible WWE run for Mr. Smilin Sam Alvey?
It would be my heart's dream if it ever happens.
It could happen. I really feel like MMA fighters try to transition well into WWE superstars.
Yeah, I just don't know how to do it. If you have any hookups, you let me know.
I might have one, ironically.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, then definitely let me know.
Yeah, I'm actually sitting on a Royal Rumble chair right now from when The Rock beat CM Punk. I took my son. My son's really into wrestling, so I took him to Phoenix to watch. It was